What is up, everybody? Thursday night. You know what that means. We're in the pit with Josh the Mosh, and you know I'm never alone. So let's just get it going. And you know who I bring in? Perfect timing. Numero dos, what's happening?
How's it going, man? It's another week. It's Thursday. You know what that means. I never get to say that line, so I figure I'll say it tonight.
Why not? We do what the fuck we want.
It's Thursday. You know what that means.
Hell
Evil.
Yeah. Evil.
Guys, for those of y'all that don't know, we have had a name change on the show. We haven't had a chance to reflect
yeah,
in
it's
the
hard
title.
to get
That's
the graphics.
Okay. Our new show name is Josh in the Pit with Josh the Mosh. And evil, because everything evil is great. Evil. Evil sucks. Evil's great. You all suck. Like, it's just the longest title, but it's catchy. So
it's wonderful. It just rolls and keeps rolling. See, look, I mean, isn't that beautiful?
You can't wait. Just wait for the anagram. Wait for the anagram. It's like, yeah,
it's wonderful.
Angel's stoked about it. Angel actually recommended it. He voted for it.
Look at the emotion on his face right now. I just jumped him in when he didn't even know because he had his head down the whole time we're talking about.
That was a head of shame. That was like you guys have no idea. Danhausen. Hey, right now I'm not having a very fun housing right now. I'm not very having a very fun
loves evil. Danhausen loves evil.
No, he's not. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He texted me like,
no housing.
Hello,
no
Dan.
housing.
Let me call him.
Evil? Yeah.
That's he text? Oh, you text me? Oh, you have a voice to text?
Hi, Dan. Yeah, that's me.
He caught that. Yeah, I caught that too.
Yeah.
And I said I was gonna call him, and I'm like this. He said he was gonna text him. And he's like this.
I mean, that's what happens. The worst.
How do you?
There we go. Angelhausen has
arrived.
I like that. Thank you, JP. Yes. Elite housing, baby.
Is all elite.
That's hilarious, man. So I guess we could just say that was the latest announcement for AEW. I guess newest member of the roster.
Yeah, dude, that was random.
That was official. Yeah, random as fuck.
Dude, yeah.
And it's so crazy because I'm not. I mean, y'all go ahead. You say for I always got to shit on people's parade. I was shocked. I was shocked for many reasons.
I was shocked for because obviously because it's in Cleveland, everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be the guy from NXT, fucking whatever.
Yeah,
but
Johnny
Gargano, which he fits perfectly in AEW, so I totally get why people would think that.
Well, he was teasing he was ready to come back and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's a worker.
He hasn't even been gone that long.
No, he hasn't.
It's like hasn't he? It's like months.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh, making my comeback. It's like we forgot you were gone. Sorry.
That's harsh, man. Hey, not NXT 1.0 fans, okay?
It's what I do.
Yeah, but I'll say is I was caught off guard because I knew that I saw I've been following Danhausen for a while, but he was definitely one of the first I want to say when ironic wrestling became a thing. Remember there was a wave. It was like let's just do super comedy and all that.
More of a thing. A bigger
more of a thing. I mean, because we always had Chikara. Mind you, we've always had Chikara, but I felt like there was a period where it was it got everywhere. Just
I know what you mean. It made it bigger.
Yeah, because I remember. So Danhausen, I remember when he used to be a jack motherfucker before, and then I was wait a minute, who's this guy with a teeth?
Just like Orange Cassidy. I mean, when he fucking has that mask on, he's like a fucking beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then he puts the jacket and the sunglasses on. He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
it's cool.
So Danhausen has an insane Twitter following.
He does.
Oh my gosh, he does,
dude. So
that's why it makes sense. That's why it makes sense to me that they
his Twitter following is one of the craziest. Like to this day, you still see people on Twitter like, "Oh, I'm Bradhausen." It's wild.
It's so someone showed. That's not.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, what's up, Berto? Hey, so someone showed this crazy picture. I want to say it was from Instagram or maybe it was Reddit, but it showed every return, right? It was it was the picture of every return, right? And how many either likes or upvotes, and Danhausen beat them all.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about we're talking about Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, and somehow Danhausen got more votes.
It's so crazy to me, man, because and like I said, it makes sense for that reason. I mean, the name and the pop and all that stuff. But as far as in-ring work, Like, cause I mean, I'm super analytical.
No, of course.
I don't think I don't think he's anywhere near. Like, if it wasn't for the gimmick and his following, I don't think it's deserving. You can disagree. I mean, if y'all disagree, please tell me. That's fine. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Is we talk. And we don't always agree.
I'm not
a fan of his in-ring work.
So I was never a fan of work anyways, just because there's a period where I was like super like, oh, this is pretty funny, it's ironic kind of wrestling, and then it just got overwhelming, and then so I get his following, but then it's like the bell rings and I'm just like, okay, cool.
To me, it's like nothing.
Ooh, I mean, it's fine. I'm curious to see how in an AEW world.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
My biggest fan right there. My biggest fan, Patricia.
I'm just curious. How is he gonna fit? Because I know. So unfortunately, I didn't watch a lot of Ring of Honor except the pay-per-views. So he was always on the pre-show. But like, how is he gonna? I wonder how he's gonna fit in the AEW world. Like, I can kind of.
I think with the roster that AEW has, the matches will be still good.
Oh, for sure.
The matches will still be good. Like I said, I mean, you put me in a match with like the greats, and the match is still going to be good.
Yeah,
because they'll make it good. They'll throw me around and do all the shit. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at all. And he knows he's better than me. Like, I'm not saying I can work better than Danhausen. I'm just saying you put people there with Adam Cole's and CM Punk's and Bryan Danielson's, they'll make the match. I mean, we've seen people wrestle broomsticks and blow up dolls,
invisible people,
invisible people. You know, and it makes and I get entertained by those matches. I really do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. It's just like. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what are you gonna do?
We'll see.
My only take on it is this: you got to keep in mind that Danhausen became like the king of that gimmicky type shit.
Yo.
To what degree were a lot of companies booking him just to do that shit?
Oh yeah.
AEW, it's gonna be like contracted. It's gonna be work. It's gonna be on dark. But he's gonna get to wrestle. Like, I think he'll have a chance. And I think to Josh's point, it's a great set on the gimmick. I think that it's a great set on the gimmick. The move set, I think, has not been seen as much. But one thing I will say is, remember, Angel, you remember when we saw him at the No Ring Show, Heavy Metal?
Yeah.
At the No Ring Show, he fought Love. Not a great move set. It was not a match that was memorable and for the moves.
I forgot about it.
It was fun. Like, the thing was fun.
But it's entertaining. Yeah,
it's entertaining. Yeah, for sure. When he starts to put the music on.
Yeah, this is why I have hope for Danhausen. Look at Orange Cassidy.
Yeah,
Orange Cassidy was truly a one-trick pony coming into AEW. That's what a lot of people saw him in. The hands in the pocket, cool guy that shows up and does the random thing. But 3 years in, and it's still going. It's still good. It's main event shit. So I think if Orange Cassidy can get over, we got to give Danhausen a chance.
He has a chance. He has a chance. I just don't. I'm forecasting. I don't like his chances.
Of course.
I don't like his chances. I liked Orange Cassidy's chances. I don't like his chances. But hey, congratulations. I get it. And to get a following like you did, he works his ass off. Like, he's not just showing up and people are following him. It's for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good comment. Danhausen is not his first character.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was a crazy looking break leg too, by the way.
Yeah,
I saw that.
So that's cool, man. So yeah, so congrats to him. Congrats to all his fans to get to see him a little more. It's good. He'll grow on me.
I got a question.
I give everybody a shot.
I got a question for y'all, and we don't need to have a whole
conversation
about it. Just do a quick one and done.
Yeah.
Name one person that should be in AEW right now.
That should be in AEW right now.
That isn't
one independent wrestler, any indie wrestler. I already know who you're gonna say, Josh.
Chandler Hopkins.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So
serious right now? I was like, you don't even have to. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna repeat yours, but I agree with you 100%. That if you hadn't said it, it was gonna be my answer.
Mm-hmm. No, but you saw my reaction right away. You knew who I was gonna say. Zero hesitation. Take him out, then I could think of others, but he's by far the first one I say.
I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna go left field on y'all.
Go. Because any time thing right now. Hold on. There's a whole bunch.
The great Scott belongs in AEW.
He could do it.
I just think that his moveset is insane. He's talented. He understands the story that has to be told, ring chemistry. He's got a great character in a company whose heels, like, typically a lot of their heels are really corny or really hokey. Like he has a very like MJF style heel, but it's more like that like educated bully type style. Like there's not a gimmick in AEW like Gray Scott.
Yeah, he's
Maddie on all of that shit, 100%, all of it.
It's kind of hard for me to even like she's on it so much you kind of forget that she's not on it.
Right.
Yeah, like she's on, but like
she did take, but Maddie is not.
She did take a break to do, she did work in NWA against Melina last week or whatever, but no big deal.
Agreed. 100%.
So Maddie's doing good things. Might not all be in AEW, but hey, it's good.
Yeah, I think one that I could see that I see him. He always almost makes it, but for whatever one weird reason, and he's in NWA right now. I'll say Mecha Wolf.
Oh,
so
yes.
Yeah, Mecha Wolf is a guy that when he was, I loved him when he was Mr. 450. He had the whole Dragon Ball Z gimmick, and now he's kind of changed his style to more like a.
He's not indie though, so
he's not.
He's signed by NWA.
No, it's not. If he's signed anywhere, it says
okay.
Count.
Okay.
Okay, wait. So it doesn't count if he signed then.
Indie only, no signed.
Yeah, like, he can't go because he would be probably if he wasn't under contract.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, if he's not signed, you know what? I'll say someone that is Máscara Dorada. I think he changed his name to Grand Metalik. So before he went to like NXT and all that, like he was one of the hottest like luchadors around. He was killing it in New Japan. He was like really getting over, and then went to NXT, and then became Grand Metalik and all that good stuff. And now he's out there now, and I haven't seen him come back yet. But I think that's a guy who's especially fitting into the AEW like lucha hybrid style, he'll fit great in there.
Oh yeah,
he'll be in Houston.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh shit! Yeah.
Whoa!
What's happening? Whoa! What's happening there? Oh, okay. Oh, dude, is that the tequila you kept passing by?
No, this is 1800.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep. I think that's his first booking, right? Ever since he got released.
Yeah. No,
I think so. Mm.
So
see, Ninja Mac signed though.
Can't count Ninja Mac. Ninja Mac.
No, baby.
Ninja Mac signed to Noah. Good call out. Good call out. Yep. Also, he's facing who are you talking about? Janela in Atlantic City. Grand Metalik?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that's
wow. Against Janela? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, Janela. Oh, Brian Keith, motherfucker.
Big fucking call out right
God
there.
Damn it, Brian Keith. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, let me just pop this in. I'm the Deathmatch King here on the show. This is what I talk about. Hoodfoot is making a big scene.
Yeah.
I remember last year, Ruben's run. Hoodfoot is having a Ruben style run right now in the deathmatch world. And BK went up to New York and they fought. And I saw clips.
But BK will fight.
Yeah.
It was
BK will fight.
And it was a no ring. It was a fight. Cass does them. For those of y'all heavy metal friendly, Casanova Valentine, he put on the show. It was a great match. Shout out to BK. Shout out to Hoodfoot for that one. I saw y'all, even though I didn't get to see the whole thing. I saw most of it. Great job.
And I'll say, and another, if I want to pick another Texas guy, that's someone who I was completely wrong about because every time I saw him, I was like, and then Josh kept telling me like, no, just wait for it. Mysterious Q.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, dude, I was wrong. The first time I saw him, I was like, I don't get the gimmick. I don't get what's going on here. But then, like, he can do some things. He has the look. He has the swagger. He has the look. I was like, okay. And he moves like crazy.
I'm surprised Q hasn't been brought over to Japan yet. Like, how's Q?
Right now, man.
Nobody can go anywhere.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Yep, the Q. He does
that.
Q. Yeah, he's legit.
Hell yeah.
So I like this little.
I don't know why. I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, okay. Like we've seen Mask, we've seen this, but then he started wrestling. I was like, oh shit! Shout out to Biz. I think the first time I ever saw Mysterious Q was actually at Inspire. Yeah,
I saw him work at CNL Rave for TLW or TWL.
Crazy, that dude is crazy.
In a super small little thing. Yeah. It was the hair versus hair show with Mario and Rock and Roll James. It was pretty cool.
I think none of us said ASF, and I'm gonna tell you, I have a strong feeling ASF is about to get signed.
But is okay. So I guess this I don't want to lead to GCW yet, but so how does that work? So he's not because I see him in GCW all the time. So he's not signed to GCW?
No.
GCW is 100% indie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nobody
So no one's signed to GCW. It's truly by show.
The only companies that do contract shit are people that have TV deals.
Yeah.
Indie companies don't do contracts. I mean, now don't hold me to that 100%. There's probably somebody out there that's got some guy on a contract with that TV deal, but most of the U.S. company contracts are like Impact, NWA, AEW. I almost said TNA. Like that shit was thrown around. Fuck you, Jeff Jarrett.
The last outlaw.
Oh, dude, yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Go away. I feel like if Russo had a big brother, it would be Jeff Jarrett. But like Jesus, like I hate Double J. Fuck off out of here.
Oh no, don't worry. We're gonna have a chance to rant about that. But dude,
I think that's a good segue into it.
Hey!
Yeah, if you get someone, go ahead,
yeah.
My boy Angel, the Barajo crew. We came down to Austin and we watched The World on GCW at Hammerstein Ballroom. Man, also there's a lot of chatter on this one. Angel's probably seen a lot of it. I don't know about you, Josh. The deathmatch group's lit up. And this shit, I just want to say this to y'all. If you're watching out there, just listen to me rant for 12 seconds. Y'all are stupid as fuck. If you bought that pay-per-view and you're out there bitching about no death matches, you're stupid as fuck. Because honestly, there was no death matches. New York doesn't do blood. And GCW said there would be no death matches. And every death match wrestler was booked.
That's 12 seconds. We got to stop.
You made it right there.
You got to nail it.
I thought there was a lot of things about that show. MDK all fucking day.
Yep.
Hallelujah. So I'm talking about. But this is my thing is this. Like we knew there were no death matches on that card, and it was still a great card. As much as
it was
confusion that was in there, let me just tell y'all the shit that really happened because people bitch about like what did and didn't happen and this and that and the other. Brett gave a lot of guys exposure. Sam Stackhouse was at fucking Hammerstein. That's unheard of. Like there's just no level of involvement that Sam Stackhouse has been to GCW that would have got him brought there. So it speaks volumes to the fact that Brett Lauderdale brought pretty much everybody that was unbooked to Hammerstein. And I mean, shout out to that. Like everybody found the fucking spot, whether you were new GCW, old GCW.
Yep. And shout out to ASF for fucking killing it.
I think ASF stole the fucking show, if you ask me, man.
I agree.
That's the thing. That fucking that 6-man destroyer in the middle of the ring. And ASF continues to do this shit. And people talk about like ASF being booked in the scrambles. And I have no doubt in my fucking mind that Brett Lauderdale is about a half a fart from having ASF in the actual storyline. Can you imagine a best of 7 series between or like a triple threat between like ASF, Blake Christian, and Alex Zane, or Ninja Mac, ASF, and fucking Gringo Loco? There's so much fucking potential here. That's all I'm saying. ASF stole the show. ASF was the winner in my book.
Yeah. I would say that was probably my second favorite match. It's the Luchadors, and I give him credit because so I love all the guys that were in it, but I totally was expecting like some like botches and all that because it's lucha. It is expected because it's like when you watch a Sabu match, like. Right. It's part of the experience. It's part of the experience. Yeah. So like for the most part,
and how fitting you say that's true. That was a Hammerstein.
Oh yeah, exactly. Right? So fitting. Yeah. Dude. I mean, there was one spot where it was like it was off, but overall I think the match was great. I think it brought the house up, and I think it was almost hard for the show to like kind of come back because I'm trying to remember the okay. So was the Janela match after that match or before?
Janela match was semi-main.
Okay. So I tell you. So at that point, I thought the show was going good, because
no, I'm sorry, it was third from main. So it went Joey Janela Cardona, Homicide Mox, and then the tag match.
Okay.
Still after though, right?
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
It was after. It was well after the ASF. It was after all the scrambles and shit.
Yeah. I'll say I thought I wish there wasn't as many scrambles. I wish okay. Let me talk positive first. I want before I go on my little mini rant here and there. I thought like bringing Psycho Clown was really cool. I don't know the people that saw him, so I got to see he got to see some exposure from people that normally didn't see him.
Yeah.
I would have booked arguably one of the most popular Mexican superstars of all time in a in a pre-show. I mean, he is he only has like the whole backing of a country, but
Yeah.
I still
international superstar.
international superstar. Yeah,
Big fan.
people keep sleeping on Psycho Clown, but dude, he is charismatic as hell. I always thought he was better than Roosh. And for a while, not now. I think he was better than Pentagon Jr. I think Psycho Clown was really good,
true.
but
That's very
but
true.
hey, but you know what though? What do like about Brent though is like, so like Brett is like, when even though like he gives people chances, right? He brings them in, tests them out first to see how they are, and then he'll start bringing them back, and he'll start putting them in more in more fights. Like ASF, like you said, I'm pretty sure after that show, ASF is gonna have something, but because we saw slowly and surely start getting built up and whatnot, right? So
ASF has been in Brett's book since LA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and he keeps bringing them back for a reason. He's bringing them back for a reason.
Brett wrote ASF's name down in that book at Loco, and then when he brought him out to LA, he was like, "Yep, that's my motherfucker right there."
Yep.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's impossible when you see ASF. Like, it's impossible not to be not to go hard for that. And then right. So you got with those. That was pretty good. Hey, I was surprised with the ladder match. I thought Alex Colon was gonna win because he's a home. Puerto Rico. We had Puerto Rican flags all over the place. I was like, oh man, Brad's gonna be really upset right now because
yes, yeah.
I was like, Brad's gonna be furious because there was many times where I was like, oh no, he's gonna win. Oh no, he's gonna win. But I thought the right guy won.
Agreed.
Yeah. I love, and plus he was also like it was last minute add in too because unfortunate.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't the last minute add in.
Who was it? Sorry.
G Raver was.
G.
So Jonathan Gresham couldn't make it to the show, so they pulled Leo Rush out to face Blake Christian, and it was G Raver that came in to replace him.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. No, but yeah, for people who don't know AJ Gray, I mean, one of the broadcasters can tell you, he's hard hitting. He's super hard hitting, and the dude's over his spot. Like, what does that mean? When you hear the theme song.
That was part of Albert's initiation. He got chopped to the ground by AJ Gray.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was nothing compared to the hangover that he woke up with.
Yeah, poor guy. So I'll say this. I love Matt Cardona's what Matt Cardona has been doing lately. I think on the indie scene, he's killing it. Even like on TV, and what I love about him is he's committed to everything. If you book him, you're gonna get you're gonna get a whole bunch of exposure with his podcast, with his show. He's gonna put you over on Twitter. He plays the gimmick at all times. Super hateable guy. Like when he came out to the Sandman, I was like, okay, obviously
it's McFoley.
That's fuck McFoley. He's been having some Twitter beef with McFoley. That's why a lot of people. Yeah,
well, McFoley did a video saying he didn't even know what was going on and that he was a big fan of his.
Yeah. Oh, but McFoley's super nice, though. Of course, Yeah. And then and Joey Janela, he's really hit or miss. He can be amazing at times. Just like I saw a match between him and Nick Wayne.
Also, by the way, I was about to say that. Right, Cardona, you can see him at GCW on Mania weekend. Go ahead.
Hell yeah, hopefully main event. But so I've seen some amazing if you're people Google Nick Wayne is a 16-year-old prodigy. He's a second generation wrestler, and he had a match against Joey Janela. Amazing, probably my favorite Joey Janela match. And then I have this match, which is probably my least favorite match of the year, because I thought it was way overbooked. For one, it felt long. It was so I counted. There was at least 7 run-ins from just random people. I mean, some people connected or not. Don't get me wrong.
Hornswoggle, Sam Stackhouse, both interfered in that match. Just so y'all know.
Y'all can say the match. Hey, y'all say the match too, so people know what y'all are talking about.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
You're keeping leaving out the details.
So it was George Janela. It was George Janela versus. Yeah. And this time I'm actually talking about. Let's talk about Matt Cardona. This is because he loves wrestling. That's what I love the guy. He loves wrestling. He did this. If you guys look it up on Twitter, he recreated the Ric Flair and Macho Man's like pictures where like Ric Flair took pictures of Miss Elizabeth. So he was taking Photoshop. It was Joey Janela with Matt Cardona's wife. So that was hilarious, right? Right. So then the match happens, and okay. So from what I understand, people that were there loved it. I'm like, what is going on? Yes, X-Pac interfered at the end for no particular reason. Brian Myers, I understand. I understand Brian Myers because he's part of the connected with them. Swoggle, he's part of the podcast, but I still don't know way he got there. I love Sam. Don't get me wrong. I love Sam Stackhouse. I'm happy he got his spot. But why? I don't know he was there. And then you have the lawyer dude who was again part of the podcast. So I completely guessed. So they just booked everyone in the podcast that he has with him just to bring in Virgil. I'm like,
Virgil?
What was the Virgil, right? I was like, what is going on? And then you have the Swerve, which I was like,
Strickland. Not Shane Strickland. No. That he did not interfere.
No, he didn't interfere. No, it was yeah. And then you have Matt Cardona's like girl, like supposedly like doing the swerve and all that, and that was like that was half the match. That was midway through the match. I'm like, oh, and Marco Stunt. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about Marco Stunt. Yeah, which one? Yeah,
I thought honestly halfway through that match, I thought I had stopped paying attention long enough, and shit had changed. I was like, oh shit, who? Oh.
It just kept going. It just. And the match went forever. Now, a lot of people say the lucha match might have gone a little longer than they wanted because like, they heard on the mic, "Hey, go farther." But first off, that's fine. This from the start of the match of like Matt Cardona's entrance, because he did the full Enter the Sandman gimmick, right? Like to song. Then by the time X-Pac ended, it was like 2 hours. It felt like 2 hours. It felt like 2 hours. But you could tell after that, like, and this is why it was one of the matches I like of the year that I hated, because not only it was so booked, it took forever, and that negatively affected the event. Literally, the main event got shafted.
And the live crowd gets kind of over it too, you know, like
man. And it was, I was okay. And then so that happened. Jeff Jarrett, who gives a flying fuck about Jeff Jarrett? No one calls him the Last Outlaw. Only himself calls himself the Last Outlaw. I'm amazed. This dude is amazing to me. He gets booked everywhere from creating TNA, from going to AAA, from doing the global wrestling stuff, to then somehow ended up on SmackDown. What? To then get him booked on this with GCW?
In the Hall of Fame. That's why.
What is going on? I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay, yeah, maybe his wife does call, you know. But anyways, but still though, it was like I was like, who cares? And then he beats Effie. What the fuck?
Okay. You gotta relax.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. It's early to show. I was annoyed.
Right. It's good.
Yeah. No, sorry. We have to show. Right. So that happened. You know, I was like, fine.
Has killed multiple wrestling organizations. This isn't the first. It won't be the last.
No. See, but then what sucked is because like the main event. Oh, by the way. Okay. So
you need to chill.
Yeah. No. Hey, this is
talking about evil, y'all. This is not even talking about evil.
Oh yeah, we're ain't there yet. No, I do want to respond to a comment I saw in some of the non-deathmatch groups when they were very disappointed with the main event because they thought it was going to be FTR, right? These people they don't watch GCW, they don't know the history, they don't know about Tremont and all that. So I explained to people, to me the show, the majority of the show was for new GCW fans and all that. The main event was for GCW fans. To me, it was for GCW fans because that reveal was Tremont. Because think about it, Brad. Think about it.
Murdoch was on that card. Murdoch was there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that Murdoch. Yeah, dude, that was nuts. Yeah, I love that. I did love the interference. No, but I'm saying but like if you looked at who went over and the kind of matches that were booked, it was kind of general, kind of big. But like the main event was specifically for GCW fans because there would be no GCW and Hammerstein if it wasn't for Nick Gage. Straight up. Nick Gage, Nick Gage was one of the major players that got him there. No,
come on,
no, no.
If you okay, so let me tell y'all real quick. So Nick Gage, when GCW started, was actually in jail, and GCW got up off the ground without Nick Gage.
Yeah,
and
he was in jail.
When Nick Gage got out of jail and started to work with GCW, Nick Gage had to go back to jail because he violated his probation. At the Nick Gage Invitational #1, actually, there is only one person that's not there, and it is, in fact, Nick Gage himself. Now, I'm not trying to hate on Nick Gage because I agree 100%. And listen, I'm wasting. I should be talking about Evil because Pharaoh Bro is never in timeouts. This is my moment. It's actually incorrect. I just think that I think, you know what? Fuck it. Bring him back in here for this shit. I think that GCW made it to Hammerstein because everybody that's ever worked in GCW had a shot. Everybody that's in GCW has always had a shot at the next step. Like GCW has always been that last step before the big shit scene. A lot of that's why they
for a lot of people, not
for a lot of people. Yeah, for sure.
Here's my thing though. Like, I'm just gonna rant about this one thing. People always shit on GCW for not being a deathmatch promotion, but when you look at a lot of the guys in AEW are there because of their time in GCW. There's a lot of what GCW's done is put a lot of guys on a platform. Even though Joey Janela is about to leave AEW, Joey Janela, Marco Stunt, a lot of different guys that are brought
Marco's leaving also.
He's also leaving, right? That's correct. But a lot of those guys came in through GCW. GCW has a lot of guys to pay homage to. So I think that it's totally okay to say that Nick Gage is a huge part of why GCW made it to Hammerstein. But honestly, if you get on Twitter and you listen to that fan base that's there, even the deathmatch fans, they would strongly argue, and God help me. Oh.
I will not argue with them.
Alex Colon is such a big part of why GCW got to Hammerstein.
Hey, Puerto Rico, baby. Puerto Rico. No,
it's so hard to get that out. But Alex Colon really has been a constant, and people shit on Alex Colon. Like, just to put one thing out there, there were people that said that Alex Colon was not even How Days, which is like the roots of GCW. And Alex Colon had to post like multiple matches that he had been at How. So really, as much shit as I give Alex Colon for being the way that he is, like Alex Colon has done so much shit for that company and worked with shit. Like, there's a lot of
there's a reason why he gets to do what he does in GCW.
Right. I think 110. I think Nick Gage is a huge piece of it, but I do feel like Alex is a bigger piece of that puzzle. I know.
So
put me in timeout now. I deserve.
Okay. So I just want to say, okay, maybe I've exaggerated.
I let it get it out though first.
That's fine. No, appreciate that.
I was waiting to boot him. Yeah.
It's all good. No, so I'll say this. So yes, you're right. He was in jail multiple times and all that. But I'll say
time frame is why the time, not because he was in jail, but the time frame when they were
the time frame. But you keep in mind when that time frame was around, GCW was around, but you didn't hear it as much as you would. I would say the 440, and Brad, please correct me if I'm wrong. I like not being part of deathmatch whatsoever, not knowing anything about that. The first time I started hearing about GCW was the 440 versus Nick Gage, and I remember run Ricky run, and seeing how over like Nick Gage was, and that was when I truly saw, like, because I've heard Nick Gage before and I've seen him before, but like seeing like, and that was when I really feel I started hearing more GCW. I started hearing more around. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why they had him there. Plus, and I have to explain to a lot of people. A lot of people say they don't get Nick Gage. A lot of people don't get Sandman, but that's okay. He connects with the audience. Like that entrance, like for those that have never been in like live at a Nick Gage match, it's intoxicating. Like you just get so pumped up. Like I remember I was part of the mosh pits with his ass. I got punched right in the chest, and I left with a big bruise. I didn't feel it. I was like, yeah, I was so pumped up.
No, I gotta stop y'all right there. Angel was not a part of the mosh pit. Angel was on the outside of the mosh pit, and Angel had a Nick Gage and Angel only moment. You can see it on any clip.
That's true.
Angel was not there with us. Angel had the
He was right there on the edge of it.
All of us. Like,
Yeah.
like Nick Gage came out, and for a split second, him and Angel were like, "Yeah, we about to flip some shit up together."
Yep. At the end, that was the last one. Yeah. And then he
Sure,
went
okay. But I would say I was jumping up in the air and all that stuff like that. But yeah,
you're
but
everything else you said is right. You just weren't in the pit.
Well, you gotta
Yeah,
think
exactly.
about something. You gotta think
Exactly.
about something.
I wasn't either because I was
gotta
wearing
think
trunk gloves
about
and I didn't want to get in a fight.
Yeah.
So I stepped on my foot.
Run, Ricky, run. Alex Colon worked international talent. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. That's my bad. If Juan would hear it, he would remember. But he worked at international talent. Alex Colon was such a big piece of how they went over to Freedoms. Nick Gage didn't go over to Freedoms. Nick Gage didn't go to Japan.
No, Colon gets a lot of. Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit.
It's big shit. Like you remember Alex Colon called out Takeda at like NGI 2 or NGI 2 was or Untouchables. Like how there's so many good deathmatch shows that led them to Japan, which the show in Japan brought them back over here. Like, and I even want to segue a little bit to ICW just to put this little bit of trinket of information out there, just to show you what Japan talent is outside of deathmatch. Takeda, the #1 deathmatch guy in the world, Makashi Takeda, or Masashi Takeda, excuse me, my guy,
amazing,
was the master. When he came for No Holds Barred 1, he was not booked in a death match. He was booked against Low Key. It was not a death match. It was a fight. It was like that talent relationship. Alex Colon is a big part of that because he can wrestle with them. They can wrestle with him. Like Freedoms does not connect with GCW without Alex Colon and the boys like that. Like I love Nick Gage, and I think Nick Gage's image is like he's that flagship. He's that poster child. Like that's the thing. But honestly, as much of
no, Brad. Okay, so for a lot of people don't. Let me ask this: that would you dislike? Obviously, because he's Puerto Rican, I got it for my boy. But would you dislike Alex Colon as much if it wasn't for the commentary? I feel like the commentary.
Like, it has anything to do with the commentary.
Okay, so what about Alex? What is?
Imagine Chandler never works outside of PPW, and if he works outside of PPW, let's say, okay, no offense to anybody I'm about to name, but let's say Chandler works GCW only or PPW only, and then sometimes GCWA, and then maybe he'll go down to LWA or something, but just it stays in that one little area, and he's constantly telling everybody, "I'm the best champ in the world." But then you got the flip side, a guy like T-Ray. You got a guy like T-Ray traveling the whole state of Texas, fighting in every promotion, every organization, anybody takes him on. Guys like Gray Scott, Dimitri, Bryson, anybody that travels. My issue with Alex Colon is Alex Colon has taken station under Brett Lauderdale, and his work is unquestionable. The matches has been great, but Murdoch is currently on a roster with like 15 different promotions. Alex Colon is truly only working 2, maybe 3, and if there's a 4th, it's probably because they're in bed with GCW. Most of Alex Colon booking is done. That's got to be Nasty Ho, you bitch ass.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who's.
Most of Alex Colon's work is under the GCW umbrella, and that's where most of his wins come from. Look, last year he went over and got involved in Masters of Pain out in the first round. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. John Wayne Murdoch that has called it out. Oh man, thank you, JP. That's true. And I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. And these are all past pit people. So I don't know if John Wayne's slipping away from ICW. For those of y'all that don't know, John Wayne dropped the title to Reed this weekend.
Yeah,
which is not a bad thing. John Wayne was a great champion. He's been a champion for over 300 days. It's been a great run. Yep. And Reed was a great guy to take it off of him. But I wonder if GCW plays into that. So you just got to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, and just to give even more credit to you, like this was as of December, so maybe someone might have passed them, but the guy who wrestled the most matches out of anyone was John Wayne Murdoch. Wrestling. John Wayne Murdoch.
Let me go a step further. Let me hit you with some Texas. Let me hit you with some Texas on this shit. Who else made that fucking list? There were superstars that made this list. The most wrestled wrestlers with the most recorded matches in the year 2021. There were WWE people, AEW people, New Japan people. John Wayne Murdoch was at the top. Dmitry Alexandrov was on that list of the top. I don't remember how many people it was, but he was on the list. The fucking Bear Fighter made a list with worldwide wrestlers of most wrestlers. Shout out to my boy, the Bear Fighter, Texas NDC, and somebody's got to book him soon for the big show. Because honestly, he's working harder than most people. But I just want to point that out. Sorry.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, hey, just if you just could like let us know because we talked about Nick Gage. So what about Matt Tremont? So like for those that didn't, because a lot of people didn't know, they're like, who's Matt Tremont? Like what did he bring to GCW? Because I didn't know he was in GCW, to be perfectly honest. I heard of it, but I didn't know what was his.
So basically, Matt Tremont was in a position similar to like Roman Reigns or a John Cena or a Hangman Page of CZW when CZW started to collapse.
Yeah.
And he kind of tried to carry CZW as far as it would go. And then when it just went under, he moved over to GCW. Matt Tremont is honestly just a deathmatch legend. He's a hard worker. There's been some There's been some talk online about his retirement, him coming back. Like there's not a million people that retired and came back, but honestly, like his connection to GCW is probably through Nick Gage. He's been part of the Hate Club, all that type of shit. Like it's a connection to the company and to that scene. Like honestly, we all knew them boys had to drop into somebody that was GCW. Like who were the Briscoes really going to drop it to if they were going to drop it at Hammerstein?
FTR,
right? You were going to have guys, right? Like seriously.
Come on.
That was the thing, and you got to think about it this way. Double J took out Alley Catch, or Double J took out Effie. And Alley Catch lost to Ruby Soho. So a lot of the guys that came in for their one entrance, their little bit of here and there in GCW got over. The Briscoes put over Nick Gage and Matt Tremont. Yeah. You gotta respect that.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
But Matt Tremont is definitely in the twilight years of his career. For those of y'all that don't know, when Matt Tremont started out with deathmatch wrestling, he looked a little bit more like Josh and a lot less like me. So, he's skinnier. He's gotten bigger. Yeah, his earlier shit is insane. You should. I
gotta Google this right now.
If you haven't seen Matt Tremont back in the day in TOD and all that CZW shit, he was fucking insane. Matt Tremont will jump off or be thrown off any scaffold. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. You see?
Yeah.
Matt Tremont's been in the business like 15, 20 years wrestling on the main stage.
Good shit, man. Yeah. Well, glad to see, some veterans get the belts. GCW now. So yeah. I mean, overall, I'm glad, and I know I saw some comments from Brett saying that he wasn't too wasn't too happy or for whatever reason, kind of cryptic about it. But I think overall he should be. I mean, regardless of how I feel about the show, I mean that's a major accomplishment to. I think it was a sellout for the Hammerstein without having a TV deal. Like it's literally word of mouth and just putting on great matches on Fight TV, which is or great events anyways. So good for him. I'm excited to see what GCW has next because I think arguably they are now the third biggest promotion or third, because we don't know what's happening in Ring of Honor. They're coming back here and there, but I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Remember the question we asked recently? Remember we talked about this a couple shows ago. We have WWE, we have AEW. Is GCW the new ECW? Like not like the new ECW, but like when you compare it to the 1999 to 2001 era. Do we have that model again? Do we have two huges and one big indie backing everybody up that's feeding the top line?
And then it's NWA, Impact, and Ring of Honor below that. Is that what you're saying? I'm not saying you're wrong.
No.
Okay, so I hate this because this is a great question, Josh.
It's hard to gauge Impact. I don't know how to gauge Impact.
I mean, honestly, if you can watch them, Impact's problem is most of their exposure is YouTube. So many of us don't actually get Impact on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
But I mean, they have great talent and great matches, and they do great. And so does NWA.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on.
PBW's champion was just against freaking Melanie on.
Dude,
Melina
is doing crazy.
I saw Melanie pop in. Sorry, I said her name. Y'all wanted everybody wants to see that match, but I meant Melina on NWA. Speaking of that, though, we have Melanie joining us.
Hey!
Oh!
Freudian slip.
I know.
Welcome.
Hey guys.
You're just in time for Rushmore.
I know.
We can talk a little AW though too. I wanted to talk a little bit, at least about one match I was really stoked about. Which makes no fucking sense, like we talked about earlier. So we're just gonna follow up with it. The title unification interim whatever match.
Yeah,
it was a great match, but
you're about to like go up in the comment section.
Then like, what the fuck was the other stuff about then? But first of all, though, like fucking Cutter from
dude
Buckle to Holy crap! I showed it to like Emily because like she doesn't give a shit about wrestling. She loves me. She loves me with all her heart, so she puts up with it. But I showed her that, and she knows Sammy, and she's met Cody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it means that she like at least recognizes the people.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I know them. Like, that's the guy from the elevator. That's the guy from the you know what I mean? Like, that's how she talks about him. But that match, she was like, oh, let me see that again. Let me see it again. Like, she went that move. The move that he hit off the ladder.
But not just the cutter. I mean, he also did the crossroads off of the top of the ladder.
Oh
too.
yeah,
that crossroads was crazy. I was like,
yeah,
it's just amazing. None of those ladders actually tipped over. I was actually waiting for it.
Well, like for Sammy to use it as basically a vault. Like, I was just like, that's a ladder. That's not like it's not solid. Like he made it look so smooth. I mean, and of course Cody caught him perfectly too. Like it was. I mean, there was a lot to it, but.
Yeah, there was a lot to it. And those guys just work really well together, Cody and Sammy.
So it's like, is that gonna just be forever back and forth or what? Because like it makes no sense. Then why did y'all take it off of Sammy to like put it right back on him and then he kept it?
I feel like something happened. Something story wise or something happened. Maybe there was an injury that we don't know about. I don't know. I feel like something happened. I don't know.
Didn't somebody get COVID? Didn't Cody test positive for COVID?
Well, I know he had an injury. Was that what it was?
That's where
it was an injury. Something.
That's where the interim came from. That was where the interim came from. So, because I'm just going back to, so Sammy just wins it. He barely defends it like twice.
Yep.
And then drops it to Cody third time champion of a. There's only been 4 other champions or whatever. Like, there's only 4 champions. He's been 3-time champion. So, like, what the fuck? And I love Cody. We're all.
We've established.
We've established that I freaking love Cody. And then here we are. So then he doesn't defend it. Then Sammy gets it back because he got sick. And then so it's like, so what happens? Sammy keeps it. So then what the fuck was Cody doing? He just added another reign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like
yes.
But I don't understand.
He's trying to get to 16 this year or what?
It's that Triple H mindset, baby. You don't have to have long range. You just gotta have 57 of them.
That is
yeah.
Randy and Triple H at that, was it, what Mania was it? They won it back and forth 3 times in one night. So I went from 11 times to 14 times in one day. Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, maybe it was for way because to annoy people because Cody is doing this whole I want a reaction.
This comment about Cody being in the Rumble, is the best one.
Dude.
Robert's dead on. People are really watching Cody break a throne with a sledgehammer and then thinking he's just gonna be in the Rumble to be eliminated by fucking a jobber.
Yeah.
So the Ringer, which is a popular like they have a podcast of sports and whatnot.
And
unironically.
Wait, first the answer to that question is no. He's still 2-time because he was interim and he just defended it. So
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
Come
sorry,
on,
bro. I know that's your boy.
UFC, you already know how that shit works.
Yeah, which we're used to that. But like, so the Ringer, unironically,
he's just trying to help his boy. The record.
Let's try though.
Yeah,
I feel keep that energy. Keep that energy.
Yeah, I'll say that. No, I was just saying that this is very disappointing. The Ringer unironically said they want Cody Rhodes to come back in the Rumble as Stardust. And I didn't know. I heard that, and I was like, unironically, they were like super excited because I was like, this can't be real. So I heard the clip, and yeah, no, they want Stardust to come back. It's almost feel like they don't know what's been happening with him. So
that's so funny. Could you fucking imagine? Like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell.
Well, you were talking. Okay, honestly, I would rather job to Hornswoggle in
Swoggle,
2 seconds. I would rather lose to Swoggle in 2 seconds than go back to the Rumble,
which is a task because it takes 3 seconds to lose. But that's a task.
Yeah.
For those that missed that, for those that missed that,
why would Cody go back? If you can give me one good reason, anybody, listen to me. If you're fucking out there, share this shit to any page you want. If you can give me one good reason. And it has to be a number that Vince would pay, you little cheap motherfuckers that go, money. If you give me one good reason that Cody would go back and be Stardust, I'm ready to listen to it.
That's a good question, too, though, by Robert.
You can find us here in the pit anytime. Thursday, 7:30. We're always waiting because you won't have a good answer because Cody doesn't belong in the Rumble.
No, no, he would never go back. Come on. Yeah. He's already made it clear. He's cut his ties. He's got his name back. Why go back and start any more legal BS? Honestly,
Right.
Why
Right.
go
You
back
fought
and
for
get
your name? You got your name back. You've done the whole throne and sledgehammer shit without cease and desist letters. Why would Cody go back? And why would Vince want him back? For what?
Exactly.
Cody's not a VP, and that's what Cody was the first person that's announced as not having anything to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about shooting a private when you want to kill a general. There's no point in this. Like, y'all have too much fucking time on your hands. You should watch more wrestling to understand that that's just fucking stupid for everyone.
Well,
the only person that I would see from AEW ever going in the Rumble is Jon Moxley, only because
they've been talking about
because they dropped his name, or they let him his name be dropped, his real name, Moxley.
Yep.
Right.
And you know what? Supposedly WWE paid for his treatment.
Supposedly, yeah. I've heard mixed things, yeah.
You can't really shit on because there's multiple former WWE talents.
I can prove he did. They did.
Oh, did? Okay, cool. Because
from his mouth.
That's a known thing. That's and honestly, and I don't even mean to downplay it. Like, if you take care of your past, it's so good for your future and shit like that. Like, you can write all that shit off. It's wellness. It's good PR. Like,
yeah, he could show up.
No, I don't think Jericho would ever show up. What for? What for?
Okay.
He's got such a good thing going right now with AEW, and he's so over. What for? Just to get, like you guys said, to take out by a jobber? Why?
Right. He's already been so many Rumbles and done so well. For what?
There's no point.
He's not going to win. He can
no one's going to win. Whoever the Forbidden Door entrant is.
See, and that's why I think that this is the most overplayed, dumbest story I've heard in a while with WWE. Like, they're okay. I'm not gonna rant how shitty the price, but they're so desperate for something different that, oh my god, the Forbidden Door's open. Like, guys, it's not unheard of. Like, we saw Jushin Thunder Liger show up before and have a match, and nothing changed from there.
Right.
Like Mickie James is gonna show up. Oh my god, she's gonna show up and she's gonna get thrown out by Summer Rae, who's a WWE legend.
And honestly, I lost a lot of respect for Mickie James.
Yeah,
because she went super hard.
It's not my business as a fan. She's in a great place. She was in a great place without WWE. Went back, and they were okay to her.
They sent her stuff in a trash bag.
In a trash bag, to
which she got pissed about it.
Deal about, and then she's like,
she made a big deal. Yeah,
go back and be in the Rumble. Okay, that's to me that's the same kind of decision as porn. Like, not to be like that asshole. Like, honestly, in that situation,
hey, that's the comment right there. That's the comment for the show.
Honestly, it kind of does speak to that. Money's the only thing you're going back for. You're already the Impact champion. You're already the Impact Women's champion, and you're not going to be in WWE ever again. Why go back if it's not for money? Like, what do you paying homage to?
Because I feel like this is their way to smooth the way. So one, to show, hey, we're a Forbidden Door kind of company. Come on, look what we're doing. We've smoothed the way for Mickie James to come back.
Yeah.
We want to show that, one, they've made amends with her, and two, I think it's coming up to where they could probably put her in the Hall of Fame, and they need to smooth that transition over as opposed to waiting to the last minute. And this is the way to get their viewers up, because first of all, look at the women's Rumble.
Opposite. Mel, my question is opposite. I understand wholeheartedly why WWE would want her there. I myself. Why would Mickie James go back?
I think Mel hit on the head. I didn't even think about this. The Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because
she wants to be in the Hall of Fame.
She wants it.
You really think that means something?
I think so.
Oh, absolutely.
I think so.
Why would Mickie James make it into the Hall of Fame? Look how hard it is for women to make it in already. And of all the women talent,
is she a five-time champion?
Yeah, no, she did a lot while she was over there. Like, she's super popular.
China was too. Look how
but China did
porn.
Yeah, that kind of and then
Mickie James did porn, guys. Mickie James did porn,
dude. They're gonna throw so much shade. They're gonna throw so much shade on China as much as they can to show why she shouldn't be.
It's easier to find than China porn.
China should be in.
China should be in.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
The thing about people did porn, who the fuck cares? If you weren't paying them, you don't get to judge how they were paying their fucking rent.
Well, but I mean,
exactly.
And she was the ex of the son-in-law of the owner.
Yep.
So
I forgot about this.
There's that little thing.
It comes back to the Baseball Hall of Fame, where certain people shouldn't be in there because of Royce and other people are. That's
We
my
are
rant.
demanding the change.
That's my
David
angel
Ortiz
rant for the
in,
night.
Barry Bonds out. Are you
We
freaking
want
kidding
our
me?
Hall of Famers where they belong, you motherfuckers.
That's right. That's
This
my
makes no
angel
damn
rant
sense.
for the night.
Yeah.
Yo, dude. Okay, this
MLB.
Hey,
No,
Ryo, shout out, making it back in the pit. Hey, man, our prayers are with you.
But yeah, MLB's
Yeah,
full
We're
of
going
shit.
through- we know you're going through some tough stuff, man.
What
Love
happened?
you,
Our
Ryo.
prayers are with you. We love you, man. Thank you so much for popping in tonight.
yeah.
Now
for
go
sure,
get
sure.
booked against Casey Blackrose and kick his ass.
Go get booked, Mania Weekend, Ryo. We miss you.
Hells yeah.
So yeah, MLB's full of shit.
They are.
Yeah, I'm not because I
We have been
could
for-
take up the whole show ranting about that, so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
do
me
it. But
too.
Yeah, me
Me
too. So I'm
We care about
gonna
the
pass.
Yankees.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
need to
pass.
make
care
it
about the Mets, Angel. We don't want to know about your team.
again, I can rant about a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
this is a wrestling podcast. So I'm not going to.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
gonna stick with wrestling.
but since
Nope.
I see Evil here, I want to bring up something that to show that it's not just me that dislikes Evil.
Don't do this.
No.
Don't break his heart.
No.
Don't break his heart.
Listen, Evil won an award. Hold on, I'm trying to be positive right now. Evil won an award. So the unofficial New Japan podcast. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, say that. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, so there's a podcast called the Super J Cast. It's like the unofficial New Japan podcast for years, right? They got a lot of exclusives and whatnot, and every year they do a awards, kind of from their fans to pick, best matches, stuff they want to change and all that. So they picked the worst wrestler, and it wasn't Evil. It was not Evil.
Of course,
He came in second place. Big Togo won first place, and then Evil. And then Evil came second place. And then then just point out the what they would change. It was unanimously. It was overwhelming. They all wanted to change their House of Torture and the Evil bullshit.
Yeah, because they just want Evil to have all the belts.
Yes. And then mind you,
more Evil. Got it.
Yes.
Voters? Are these viewers?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. They watch the stuff. What they're not gonna vote.
No,
I don't know
it
who's voting.
No, who voted for the award?
Oh no! It was the fans. It's like a fan, Super J fans. So, but I was gonna say, but then right. So then the most thing they hate House of Torture, and one of the things they wanted to bring up, which I thought was a very interesting point, is that yes, the COVID has run rampant with New Japan, and that's one of the reasons why they're not running a show right now is because they're having the golden. They called it was like the golden tournament or some bullshit like that. It was like instead of having new beginnings, it was golden something, which it should have been called bronze or whatever, because it was the most boring matches being booked, and a lot of them was because of Evil stuff. But they had to take a pause because they caught COVID again for 2 weeks. So before I say, I was gonna say yes, I understand.
Time out again. That's ridiculous.
No. I was gonna say that because of COVID, New Japan has lost viewership and stuff like that because the product is kind of stale. But
because they need more Evil.
See, we got more Evil, and now they actually had they had less voters. They had less voters voting into this than they've ever had.
Maybe they should do a better show.
Maybe. Also, okay, so there's also this website called
I've never heard of this show.
Of course you have. You're not a New Japan fan. So, but there's also a website called Voices of Wrestling, right? So the Voices of Wrestling, think of them. They're like almost like the premier kind of website for a lot of indie Japanese lucha kind of stuff right now, right? This was like the first year they didn't have. So every year they come out with a New Japan encyclopedia. Hey, this is what happened this year. This year they didn't have one, because they said there wasn't the traffic for New Japan was at its all-time lowest, and it happened to coincide a lot with when Evil started getting booked. So I'm just saying that this Evil stuff is at least negatively affecting the American side of things, because in Japan, maybe they love it out there. Maybe in Japan, maybe in Japan they love Evil to no end. Maybe the shenanigans works for them perfectly.
Train already,
but not here. But not in New Japan. So
okay,
thank you, man.
That's enough.
I was so tired of that
enough
shit.
of that. That's enough of that nonsense.
I
So
was
here's
waiting
the
for it. I
here's
was
the reality. of
patiently
it.
waiting
I was
for
giving
it.
him a chance, and he just kept digging it deeper. And I
It
said,
just
okay,
didn't
now
go anywhere. That
leading everybody
story just kept
astray,
going.
leading astray, trying to bury the greatest.
The
greatest
greatest
evil.
wrestler of all
The
time.
change. The reason he won for the need that he needs to be changed is because they need more of him.
Right. We
More of
need
him.
more. We want to change. We want 2 House of Torture matches.
Yeah.
Make 3 per card.
Like a whole show, like a House of match, like the whole card is that.
I gotta tell y'all, and I would never normally do this because Angel's my friend, but one night we got really drunk.
No way.
Let me just tell y'all, and Angel looked at me and he had tears in his eyes, and he said, "Brad, I don't understand how to read surveys." And I said, "Oh, bro, I can totally help you." But obviously, he has not been taking my advice because he did not understand that the survey said that Evil was the best. So I was coaching him.
And I love how you're pointing this out when he's in timeout. Perfect. When he can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Poor little guy. He can't read surveys. I feel
Yeah,
bad.
that's what happens. So
I
it's
feel
all right.
bad for him. He works in internet security, but he can't read survey. But I guess it makes sense. Like, they don't need to survey him. They just need him to stop the bad.
They just need him.
Yeah, they just need to stop the bad stuff. Yeah, he does important things.
Are we doing Mount Rushmore?
So I think now we can head to Mount Rushmore.
I'm ready to go.
Wait. Before we do that, I got big news. I can finally say it. I can finally say it out loud now. The big news.
Oh, okay.
All right. April 2nd, 3 p.m., Dallas, Texas, Fair Park. Mission Pro Wrestling is running with GCW The Collective.
Nice.
Wait, you heard it here first.
Yes. What day is it?
April 2nd.
No. Is it like because I don't know the days. I just know.
Saturday.
Thank you.
Saturday.
Oh, good. I was looking.
April 2nd.
Yeah.
I was looking for something to do on Saturday.
The Collective.
The Collective.
What's
GCW.
up?
Yeah.
That's
hey,
huge.
Shout. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Man. Congrats on y'all. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Congrats. To Thunder,
Yeah.
you, Brian.
Yeah. That weekend's looking
everybody.
crazy. It's annoying because a lot of my favorite promotions are running at the same time. So crazy. Yes, but we have to definitely.
What a problem to have.
Yeah,
I know,
seriously.
but exactly, but it's a good problem to have, though. It's a good problem to have, and it's funny because I was talking to someone offline who's like a small promoter here in Texas and all that, and he put up an interesting question. He's like, "Hey, if I run at the same time as WrestleMania, would people show up?" And I'm like, "Yes," because they're like people like me are going specifically for everything that's not WWE related. Like it's become an overall it's an experience. So yes,
we have no WWE tickets. None of us.
No. Hey, instead of that, I bought myself some AEW tickets.
There you go.
Mount Rushmore.
Very cool. Mount
Let's do
Rushmore.
it. Mount Rushmore. Let's Mount Rushmore this bitch.
Congrats to Mission Pro though, not to shoot over there.
Yo, yeah.
No. Thank you very much. But I
it's awesome. Congrats.
I can finally say something.
Hell yeah.
Wait, do you have a match?
Huh?
Do you have a match?
Oh, I can't drop any matches yet.
Come
but
on.
dude, what I do, I will do an exclusive here too because I will.
Oh,
Are you okay? I do know one thing. I just want to say because we always push this agenda here. So, No Peace is running WrestleMania weekend, and No Peace frequently uses Sawyer Wreck. That is all.
Okay. That is all.
They'd already be there.
Mount Rushmore time. We'll leave it at that. That's right there.
It's exclusive.
So to remind, but she can't do it today.
Fine.
Yeah, she's not doing it today. She gave us an exclusive. They're gonna be at the Collectives. That's
there you go.
freaking
We'll be at the
huge.
Collective.
Holy crap. So so this week's is events. We said pay-per-views, but then we created the caveat that just an event. It was not a Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite.
That's right.
It has to be an event. It doesn't have to be a pay-per-view. Could have been still on cable.
Oh no! All mine are Nitro episodes.
Hey man, some of those Nitro episodes. So those are some hot episodes.
Yeah,
don't knock it, dude.
So we could start with what order have we been doing? I'm like,
We
I'll go. I went first last time, so I'll go last.
Okay.
Dos is in timeout, so Mel or Tress, you can go.
You can go, Mel. Because you
All
probably
right.
don't have mine.
No, I probably don't. Okay, so first one that obviously is like the one that's dear to my heart is the debut of Undertaker on Superstars because No, on Superstars, because I was little. I wasn't able to get pay-per-views, so I had to like try to get bootlegs later. But seeing him on Superstars debut, I lost my damn mind. I was like, who is this guy? Holy crap. Just his whole entrance. I was done.
Nice.
So
and back then that was an event. It wasn't an every week thing either. So that qualifies.
Event.
That qualifies.
And
yeah, back then.
His whole entrance like took like what? It felt as a kid, it felt like it took like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was just like it blew my mind.
Very
his
cool.
debut. Second was Wrestlemania 1. Because like I said, I had to watch him bootleg, guys. So I wasn't.
I actually watched it in the closed caption. I mean, what do you call it? The circuit, closed circuit.
Yeah, closed circuit. Yeah,
I got to see it. So I've seen every Wrestlemania live.
Damn.
Like as it's shown.
Just so y'all know, that's how old I am.
Yeah.
All right.
Just so y'all know, that's how old I am. But I was at the damn thing. And I've seen every single one of them. So we were together on that.
I was a huge Cyndi Lauper fan. I loved Captain Lou. And they all came out. I was like losing my mind. Of course,
the
it was
bands
like
on his face.
Yeah, it was amazing. So just that has to be part of my Mount Rushmore because
Mania 1. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it started chain reaction. It was just like it was craziness.
Yep.
Then I've only been to 2 pay-per-views, and those I think were pretty damn good. One, my only WrestleMania that I've been to, and my husband will blame me, but WrestleMania 30, where Taker lost his streak and Daniel Bryan won, and that to me was one of the best WrestleManias. I think I'm a jinx, apparently, according to my husband, that's the only one I've been to, and Taker lost his streak, but whatever. Then I went to the Rumble here in town, here in San Antonio.
Well, Taker's lost twice at Mania, though.
Yeah, but that's the one where his streak ended.
Yeah,
WrestleMania
I'm saying,
30.
yeah, you're not the total jinx because he did lose again.
I know, but
you started it.
I started it apparently, but it was amazing though because like I've never heard an arena just go like silence.
Yep,
dead silence, except for my husband next to me going, "What the fuck did they just do?" very loudly, and I busted out laughing for that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was nuts. Then I went to the Royal Rumble when it was here in San Antonio, and I loved it.
That was a good one.
I believe that's the one where Sean Spears debuts. Everybody was already like 10,
Perfect
10,
10,
10, 10.
Yep.
And it's when
Cena got a 16th reign.
Yeah, no, well, okay, so
Roman didn't win.
Roman did not win, which was amazing.
Huge pop.
Just seeing like everybody just boo him and just all the hate. I
ran out.
Did you really?
I ran out. I literally, I was hating that roller. That was one of the most. That was okay. So you say he was a favorite. That was the event that broke me as a WB fan.
Oh my god!
Lie. That was the one where I was like, I can't take this anymore. John Cena, AJ Styles.
Yeah, 16th time. 16th champion ring. That was a good match.
No, dude, that was arguably the best match, one of the best matches I've seen live. But when he came out at number 30,
that was the best match.
Yeah, I ran out. I heard Randy Orton win because I heard the music when I was out, and I ranted for that. And then I maybe went to one more event. Yeah,
the pop was huge.
Oh, for sure. Oh, it was a pop. It was a pop. What I remember about that match was it was a whole bunch of like laying around after. I remember Perfect 10, right?
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of people just is like kind of lollylagging, whatever. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, please don't let it be Goldberg, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. Right, and that's what it was. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, okay, well, fucking A. That's wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, my buddy Mario went viral with his reaction on whenever it was Roman Reigns because he was doing the countdown with the thing.
Yeah, we all.
We saw. It went crazy.
Dude,
he went viral with that.
But sorry,
it was a great show though. So
it was good. I liked it. I just thought it was. I just loved the fact that there was just so much hate, and everybody thought Roman Reigns was going to win, and everybody was already getting pissed and throwing fingers and going to the ring. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then of course he lost, but still, it was a great show.
Do you see Matthew's comment? That's my favorite. That's totally something Angel would do.
No, you haven't seen it. No, I post it every time. It's like this literally, like, I'm not joking. That was the moment where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do it.
I'm so fucking done. New York forever. Royal Rumble sucks. WWF, fuck you.
No, dude. I even at one point, I start cursing, and I'm like, I'm sorry for my cursing. I shouldn't be cursing right now because I threw like 20, 30 f bombs in that time, and I was, oh my god.
Shocking. I'm
But
shocked. I'm shocked that you would do that. Yeah. Totally shocked.
Oh man.
So that is my Mount Rushmore.
Very, very cool. So we'll go numero tres next. So you ready?
Okay, so yeah, so I'll say so WrestleMania. So there's so many WrestleManias that I love, but I think the one that I had the most reaction to, like the highest and lows, was WrestleMania 30, because that was the one where Taker
and you
lost.
said he wasn't gonna have any of yours. Boom, first one.
I know. We always overlap. I think he and I.
No, we do.
That's why y'all learned in the beginning.
Yeah, dude. It was like.
It's usually me too, though. But so far, I'm good. So far.
Well, I'm sure you might pick one of mine, but yeah, no, but WrestleMania, it was just like I'm like I was so shocked. Like, my mouth dropped. Like it literally, like, it took me a while to get into the Daniel Bryan match, because that 3-way, because I was just so shocked and disappointed. And then he won, and it was like the highest of high again. Yeah. But I was like, wow, like
it worked.
It worked. Yeah.
It was stupid, but it worked.
Yeah. It did, yeah. So my next one,
I didn't like when Taker lost. Taker should have never lost. But anyway.
She never lost, and I'll give this. Brock Lesnar did. I think, did they say Brock Lesnar didn't win either? I forget.
No, he didn't
win.
Yeah,
but oh well. Thank you, Vince. But yeah, no. So my next one is it's funny because I just saw JoJo just mention this, and I wanted to bring this up earlier. So it's actually ECW Heatwave '98. So for those that don't remember, that's the one that had the famous spot with Bam Bam Bigelow and Taz, where they break through there. You have you have Sabu and Taz versus Kazuchika, and then Brad, help me, the deathmatch guy, Hayabusa against Hayabusa. That's like the only Hayabusa match. That's all good. He's a big FMW guy. He was like his only match in America. And then you had like the amazing main event with the Dudley Boys, which that was where Bubba did an insane promo that will not be allowed at all.
Oh my god, the people went fucking nuts. You can find it on YouTube, and it's fan cam. It's not even the actual ECW cam.
Because because it's bleeped out. You can't see it on the network or whatever it is now.
FAGs and all the racial.
Yeah, it wouldn't go very well.
It's crazy.
It's not 2022 appropriate, but I mean, when you talk about white hot heat, to be fair,
it's never been appropriate. For the record, it's never been appropriate.
It's probably still the same Bubba. He probably still feels the same way.
Oh, absolutely.
Bubba Ray Dudley is absolutely a wart on the asshole of wrestling right now, but that's just kind of how it went. That was a great promo.
And I would say, and it also has that famous Tanaka versus Mike Awesome match, which they should have died in every single match. So that's the thing. So it's an event that I've watched multiple times. It was I think it's not the first ECW event I watched, but it's the one I've seen most. And Candido and Lance Storm. Yes, that was the first match. It's just from front to bottom. Like if there's one ECW
in the pit one night, we got to get JP in the pit one night. That dude knows
his
shit.
Hey, he's been asking. Hey, okay, and I'll say, and after that,
let me know.
Okay,
hey, JP, come in here and talk with us. You know your shit, man. Come in here and talk with us.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that's that. Then I have Wrestle Kingdom 9. That was my first exposure to Japanese wrestling. It blew my mind with everything. It had AJ Styles, which at that time, I'm like, where the fuck is AJ Styles at? And he would get against Naito. You had Nakamura had an amazing match, and then you had Tanahashi versus Okada. I mean,
that was my number 6, so I didn't make the cut, but it was close.
Yeah, and I'll say thank you, JR. Even though I don't like JR as a commentator right now. Bless his heart, I love him, but just not right now. He's the one that got me to watch Wrestle Kingdom 9 because he talked about it on a Stone Cold podcast. So thank you, because I am a fan of what I am now because of that. And then my last one is Wrestle Kingdom 11. The important that's the one where I bought this shirt. So for the people who don't know, like Wrestle Kingdom, before it became like a 2-night, 3-night show, it was just on January 4th. And that was the first time where I took the day off the next day because I wanted to see it live. That's the one where it shut the internet down because it was Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. That was the greatest match I've seen in my life. Now, before all this hoopla of Meltzer, whatever nonsense. I literally, I remember after watching that match, and it was like 6 a.m, and I'm like, did I just watch the greatest match ever? Like it was just like I was just in such awe,
really
and it was, and I was like, and then I went online, and everyone's like, yeah, this is the greatest match ever. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not just crazy then. But yeah,
that was number 5 on my list.
Oh, it was. Oh, hey, Josh, man, that's my boy,
Almost.
man. See, it didn't make it, but it's okay. The fact he had on your
You'll
list.
see which one made it, though. You're gonna be interested in it. But
I'm excited. Okay, but yeah, I'm sure
it's
such
really
a
close. It's really close.
Okay, but yeah, those are my 4.
Sweet. Number 2.
I just have one question. How many WCW pay-per-views do you think I have on here?
4.
Nope.
I think all 4. No.
Yeah, close. I had 4 of mine, but here I go. So I'm gonna go with this, and all of mine are on this list because they either made a huge impact on wrestling, like like people will talk like a textbook chapter change in wrestling.
So we're gonna probably have some of the same now.
Or they have what I would consider a greatest match of all time on them. So my first one is actually a combination of both. WrestleMania 3.
My same requirements.
Is the same is the one that's on my list, just because we have so many matches that are some of the greatest ones, like Ricky
and Macho
versus Macho was great.
It's one of the best ever intercontinental matches.
Hogan versus Andre was a great matchup. Like, it really was a great thing, and a lot of people.
It was a great spectacle.
It really was. If you really look back on WrestleMania, a lot of people at this point in time are inclined to think that WrestleMania 1 was the big kickoff. And people don't remember that actually WrestleMania wasn't considered a huge success until WrestleMania 3 because of how big
they sold out the Superdome in Detroit.
Sold out the Superdome, sold out a ton of
86,000 or what was it? I mean, it was huge
crazy
number.
amount. It was at that time. It was the like WrestleMania is as big as it is because of WrestleMania 3.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My next one is a Royal Rumble, also because my list could not contain a huge clusterfuck of people fighting each other at one time. It's actually the 2001 Royal Rumble. It contains one of the greatest ladder matches that ever took place between Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. People don't actually talk about it, but this was a ladder match that is a game changer. Like, when you talk about ladder matches, you remember ladder matches like Shawn and Razor, the Hardys versus Edge and Christian, TLC's, Sammy versus Cody's. Definitely going to make that list forever.
It is now, yeah. After Wednesday, it better.
Those just to describe it. At one point, Jericho had a lion tamer locked in on top of a ladder. It's a great match. It's so honestly a great match. It's a great pay-per-view. I won't reveal the finisher because I know it's Rumble season, so sometimes we have new fans that are like, I'm watching all the old Rumbles, but it was a great winner. In 2001, Royal Rumble doesn't get the love that it deserves because Chris Benoit was such a huge part of it, and because of what happened. But honestly, that made my list. The next one is a WCW pay-per-view. It's the only one of its list because it's WCW Halloween Havoc 97. It's got a great theme. It's got a great set. It's got a great match list. It's got a cage match between Piper and Hogan at the end, which isn't so great, but it's still kind of cool to see them revisit that clash. Yeah. But it contains what I tell many fans anytime that anyone tells me I'm not a wrestling fan, tell me what I should watch. That one. Number one match. I always consider this the greatest wrestling match, the greatest luchador match that's ever taken place.
Eddie and Ray.
When Ray came out, and
that's Ray's favorite match he's ever had.
Absolutely, it's probably.
He says it every time they ask him. It's real quick.
Yeah, it's 100%.
I thought it was 98 though. But
that flip? No, it's 97.
I know. I'm not arguing with you. I'm correct.
That flip off the turnbuckle that Ray did to turn into a DDT, like it's just that match has it all. So if you're not a wrestling fan and you ask me name one match, that's always my match. Plus, 97 was such a big year for WCW. They were so heavy towards Starrcade, and it was just a big deal. So I think Halloween Havoc 97 is just it has to be for those
96 and 97. The business changed.
Oh man, for real. WCW 96, 97 is untouchable.
I'm sorry. It's like which one had the monster trucks?
95? 95.
Not 90. Yeah, it was before that.
Yeah, it was 95.
Before that. Okay.
No, that's if I'm not mistaken, that's Halloween Havoc. It's either 96 or 95. It's not 97.
It was not 97.
It wasn't okay.
It's probably early because that was right after the Giant was out of the Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when you got humped. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Y'all are gonna love my last one, and I don't think that you would ever expect me to say this, but my number 4 on the Rushmore has to be All In, because we don't have
Nice.
we don't
I had
have
a feeling. I was wondering if someone was gonna make that.
we don't have the landscape of wrestling.
I'm so happy though that none of y'all said none of my 4. Yay!
Without All In. I mean, if you really think about it,
that was on my list.
It was a great set. It was a great match list. I mean, honestly, Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis was great. Even the Rush main event was great. We got a great show out of women's wrestling.
Great, top to bottom.
Even though Joey Ryan is a huge, big, fat piece of shit, like
fuck that motherfucker,
was so good. Like,
it
was really entertaining, and it really showed the world that we were absolutely capable of having more than WWE, and
absolutely
hasn't looked back. So I felt like I had to put it on my Rushmore. So that's
historic.
Yeah, man, that was like my number 5. I had to pick one.
It's so
hard. It's so hard.
It was there.
But there was there. It was right there.
When
I'm glad you
research,
said it though. I'm glad you said it.
Last Thursday after the show, when I did my research and made my list, because I do it right after, so I don't forget. It was on a lot of top 10s. That one, yeah. So I guess I'm happy. I thought y'all were gonna say some of mine, but no. So maybe mine sucks. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll start with the Mania, and it's personal reason, and it was Mania 25, because I think that's the greatest match. That's the greatest match that I've ever seen in person. Was Shawn versus Taker, the first one, not the retirement one. I've never been at a live event where I felt like so much emotion. And just backstory, my best friend, I've been best friends since 1987. He's a huge Taker fan. I'm a huge BKA fan. We went to, that was our first big event to go together, like that was our first Mania. We sat 6th row entrance, like, you know, we caught Jeff Hardy's towel, like when he threw it, like we were right in there, like we had great seats. And so it's like, he kept jumping up and I kept sitting down, like all the turns and twists of the match and kicking out of the tombstone. It's just that I think that's the greatest match I've ever seen in person. So that has to be on my Rushmore. I mean, it included, you know, Punk winning the Money in the Bank, a horrible main event that just had no chance of success. Triple H and Randy Orton, because you can't. How are you going to follow that?
Can't.
But yeah, it was a good show. I mean, Ray went over JBL in like 30 seconds or something. Like it was such.
Dude. And that was massive too, because that was when JBL was like all Latinos hated fucking JBL.
Yeah, and then the one of the coolest things I've seen too was when Cena did the AA to Big Show and Edge at the same time.
Yeah,
like he had them both, and he did it like, you know, the both thing, and it was like right there. I was like, that dude's really lifting those dudes. Like that ain't. This lady was shaking. I was like, that was impressive. So like Mania 25. That's
a great one.
That's my Mania, because I had to have a Mania on here. I mean,
yeah, of course.
We're talking pay-per-views. There has to be a Mania. That's my favorite, because I was there. And
Mania is like the lifeblood of wrestling, really.
Yeah,
no, it really is. It's a Super Bowl of wrestling.
Right.
Then, so we're talking historic and like kind of the same things that Dos said. So I got to do Bash at the Beach '96.
That was my number 5. Gosh, I struggled so hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Good.
NWA, Hogan goes heel. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Dude, none of us knew.
That's right.
Nobody knew it was Hogan. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Nobody
I don't give a fuck who you say.
The message boards had it.
Huh?
In '96? No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. But back then,
they had it after it was happening.
Yeah, no.
Biggest heel turn of all time.
Yeah, no.
It's the only thing really, like. It's so respectable of anyone to take that risk, and the fact that Hogan took it after years of being a bitch and then was still a bitch afterwards, it's amazing that he took it. But damn,
yeah.
So that's got to be in there just for the history alone. I mean, there was some forgotten matches there. You know what?
There were a few good ones on that show. Yeah. That 6-man tag by itself was great.
Yeah. And then I go from there. I go to Clash of Champions 1.
Oh,
because
I love Clash of Champions.
That was their first attempt to battle WrestleMania, because it went up against WrestleMania 4, and they threw everything they could at it. You know, they had opened with Mike Rotunda versus Jimmy Garvin, Midnight Express versus the Fantastics, Road Warriors and Dusty Rhodes versus the Powers of Pain, Luger Wyndham versus Tully and Arn, And then the 45-minute time limit draw between Sting and Ric Flair is one of the fucking greatest free matches I've ever seen on TV.
Wow.
And and then Clash of Champions had a nice little run, and they made a lot of good shows. So I just start with the one, kind of like why, Mania, we had one with Mel. It's just kind of, that's why I was like, go with that one. It was a great show. I remember watching it, being so excited. It's like, it's just going to be on TV. Like, I ain't got to pay. I ain't got to go travel. I ain't got to go to my friend that has the big dish in the backyard. Like the big, huge.
Seriously.
Illegal box?
Yeah. No, they had a big, huge satellite dish.
Those satellite dishes were like the size of those pools,
12 feet wide.
You don't remember those?
No,
that's how you
where I grew up at, no one had dishes, man. We had those fucking black boxes. Someone in the hood would fucking go up to the lines and tap it, and it would sell it.
Yeah, and then so that'll be my number 3, and then Dominion 17.
That was close for me. That was close for me too.
Because it was such a great. I mean, it's all the ones you said about with. It was the same year as the Kingdom one that you did.
Yep.
That was 11, right?
Yeah, 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is 6 months later. After that, still had Okada and Omega, Tanahashi, Naito, Suzuki. It was just Kushida and Takahashi.
Yep, Hiromu Takahashi. Yep.
Yeah. Cody and Elgin was a great match. The God versus War Machine, Young Bucks.
Dude, War Machine. I forgot about him. Isn't so sad?
And then it's just that was Bullet Club was still there, with Hangman and them, and they put over.
You mean the War Raiders? You forgot about the Viking War Raiders? The War Raider mission.
The who?
Viking Raiders from Las Vegas. You're talking?
Yeah, because I actually had Wrestle Kingdom first, and then I was like, you know what? But I personally enjoyed the Dominion show later in the summer a little bit better. They were both great though. Like it was just like,
see,
like
and it's funny because this is one of those moments like when someone asks you like what is your favorite and what do you consider the best. So in my opinion, I actually enjoyed that draw more because I thought it was more action packed. It was balls to the wall, boom, 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 right? Mm-hmm. But I still prefer the first one because I was just like I never had that feeling before. It got matched again with that match, but man, that
the first, I get it. But I just look at the whole card though, and I was like,
the whole card,
the Dominion card. I would take it a little bit. It's close. It was like
no, it's close. And that was when Tanahashi beat Naito too. I was pissed.
Yeah,
I was like, "Fuck, come on, give Naito a chance."
Yep. So that's my 4.
Yeah, man. As unexpected.
It's a good 4.
That was a good 4. I I think everybody had a great 4. Because I was always like, yeah, that one, yeah, that one.
Dude.
I really wanted to add a Clash of Champions to mine. When I put up the list, I was like, oh shit.
That's why I just went with 1. I was like, because that Sting Flair match, they wrestled so much, but
they were free pay-per-views.
That was my favorite Sting Flair match of all of them.
Oh, it was good.
And there wasn't even a winner. And I hate draws, but that's how good that match was.
Yeah. When draws are good, is good,
Yeah, and I guess that was like what 88, 9. I'm trying to think how I would have been like high school, but so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, great stuff.
So what are we thinking for next week? I saw some recommendations, but I only like being told what to do, JoJo, and you're still kind of in timeout with your horrible review of that movie.
Hey, did you see it coming from JoJo? He said he bought some ECW VHS tapes. I'm like, who has a VCR? He said that. Yeah, I was like, what?
I still have the combo VCR DVD player in a box in my somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. Because I still have VHSs.
Down here.
Okay, I've been proven wrong.
I still have VHSs because there's some really bad horror movies that are only available on VHS that I own.
True.
Good call.
Awesome.
So what should be?
So do we think for next week, JoJo? You have no say.
Yeah.
You can say all the ones. Any recommendations you say are not happening.
Greatest matches.
Matches.
Yeah.
Matches?
I mean, we kind of touched on a bunch of them just today.
True.
I think we'll get a lot of repetition.
Got a list of heels.
Ooh.
Best heels?
Okay.
Heels.
Okay, but it have to be heels, not tweeners. It have to be like heels.
True heels.
Full blown heels.
Yeah.
You could have your faces run if it served your purpose, but you were 90% heel career-wise.
Okay.
Okay. So majority of your time you have to be heel.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
dude.
Yeah. They're little
70% heel or more. None of this like, oh, Hogan was my favorite heel. Bullshit.
No.
I don't think
70% or more heel.
Okay, I'm down for that. Yeah. Actually, I already got 2 already.
I got one.
I gotta write it down.
But heels that were hated or heels that were like cheered?
Oh,
heels that were hated or heels that were cheered?
He's booted again.
Wait.
No. You know, that's a good question. You know, because but it's hard though, right? Okay. So he's not gonna make my list. But like for new people, like MJF, like he's a full blown heel, but he gets occasionally cheered though. So I don't know.
So are you going full? Are you going heels that are just heels, or even though they get cheered, or heels that get booed? No, I'm saying like heels that like actually get the cheer. Okay, let's like talk.
Sometimes
Stone Cold was a heel for a while, right? Or no, Rock,
for a little bit. For a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, the Rock, yeah. The Rock, yeah.
The Rock was a heel, but he still was over.
No anti-heroes.
No,
Okay,
he was with the corporation. He was.
No,
that's what I'm asking.
Austin
There's gotta be like
Austin was an anti-hero. He was against the boss. Like he was.
Okay.
So
it's hard to think of him as he had the little corporation run a little bit, but no.
Right, no.
Okay.
70% heel. 70% of your time you were hated.
I don't think so.
So like Ric Flair would be a heel because
more towards the side of booing. If they get a lot of cheers, then
correct.
So that's
You were a bastard.
Okay. Now there is this. Can it be a group?
No.
Individuals. Pick somebody from the group. Pick the leader of the group.
No.
Okay, I can't pick it. Well, listen, I was gonna pick the Freebirds, but I can't pick it now.
Man, we can't talk about it now. See, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Come on, you better get on. Man, where's the button?
Where's
the button? He gone. He gets to leave early. He gets the early release. Man, you're leaving too already? Well, I'll get you out too. All right, man. Well, everybody wants to get kicked off tonight. We had a great show. Appreciate everybody saying bye before and doing all this stuff and talking about next week already.
I've avoided timeout. I'm good.
Oh.
Oh man.
See ya.